Invictus, my kings, and welcome back to the Slavicus Maximus channel and the Western Praetoria campaign playthrough for Imperium Praetoria mod for Attila Total War, or Total War Attila. And you find me as I am about to lay siege to Salona, and we will kick out the Quadians who have been causing nothing but trouble for us. Well, not really. But as you can see, I have some new units, some cohort auxilia. These are going to be our basic legionaries for a little while, along with auxilia. Cohort auxilia and auxilia are essentially the same unit, except cohort auxilia has spears and is better against cavalry, obviously, and cohort auxilia is better against infantry. At least that's the theory. So let's send everyone against Salona. And let's absolutely devastate this city. Decisive victory. And we will... Should we occupy? No, let's raise the city. There we go. There we go. As punishment for standing against Rome and its Praetorian Guard, the city has been razed to the ground. Very cool. But now we'll make our way back, obviously. Not a long way to go, but we will go to the west, and we will begin our conquest of, our conquest of Gaul. Yes, indeed, Gaul, and I think what I'm gonna be aiming for is the conquest of the province of Maxima Sequanorum, essentially. These three provinces over here, these three settlements, and then the province of Narbonenses, these three settlements over here, to make our first sort of foray into Gaul. It's still not going to be Gaul proper, but it's going to be good enough. It's just gonna have to be good enough for our purposes for the time being. And as far as any further advance after that goes, I think we'll have to just figure things out as we go along. And I think we're already lacking quite a bit when it comes to food. So let's not push our luck over here in the province of Italia. But as you can see, I'm in the process of building another new legion. So we have 4 legions, all of them heading straight towards Gaul. It's going to be glorious. Our conquest will rival that of Caesar himself. Yes, indeed, we will conquer. We will conquer and claim Gaul to be ours, as it is Roman after all. We do have a claim to the province of Gaul because for a very long time it belonged to Rome. Only very recently in this campaign it has, come under the jurisdiction of a bunch of barbarians, which we won't stand for. Gaul as Roman, and as the Praetorian Guard, the Imperium Praetoria, we have staked our claim to it. Yes, indeed, and we will advance, and we will conquer all that is Roman, and once was Roman, and will be Roman once more again. But the Quadians still exist for some reason. They still exist. They are in a very battered form, but their royalty, their monarchy, and everything is still packed on this small little boat. They apparently haven't learned their lesson, and they haven't given up the pursuit of annoying us. But they will have to learn very quickly what's what, and we'll show them exactly how that is going to be. So another army. This army I think can head into the north actually for Octodurum. I think Octodurum their settlements are rebelling a tiny bit, it seems like. So this army can head to the south again, and this army will then head for the north, and we will have a grand old time smashing against the barbarians. Yes, indeed. And here we still have some food left, so we might want to get... I'd love to get a scriptorium, actually, just for the research rate. Yeah, let's get a scriptorium for the research rate. Why not? We're building a statue of the divine, which gives food, And over here, let's, should we get some cattle pens? Yes, let's get some cattle pens, and let's get, actually olive trees, why not? Why not get, let's get some olive trees, so that we are going to be secure when it comes to food supplies. As you can see, we are way over our food supply, so we are in a food surplus. Unfortunately, this isn't like Rome 2 Total War or Total War Rome 2, where the food surplus is global. It's much more regional here in Total War Attila. I suppose the food surplus was also global in Total War Shogun 2. But yeah, Rome 2 comes to mind a little bit sooner when it comes to that. But yeah, I will see you on the other on the other side of this process of our forces mustering on the borders of Gaul. All right, here we are on the borders of Gaul. So let's first go for Aquia Sextiae. And we will be actually supported by a bunch of Saxons over here, because they are also at war with the Western Roman rebels, so that's fine. But also, let's go for Octodurum. There we go. We are now at war with a bunch of people. There's basically nobody defending Octodurum. So let's swiftly occupy the settlement. We are also now at war with the Swabians. So one of these armies can, in fact, this army, I guess, will go northward, and we will go for the city of Vienna, even though it's under siege by Gaul itself. Yes, indeed. So that's interesting. Here we see an Alemanni army. So I think what might be actually prudent is to... Actually, what I want to do is here do this, yes. And what might be actually sort of prudent would be to put to withstand the attack of the Alemanni in case any sort of attack comes, is to station one of our armies over here, and then next turn I will put them on garrison. And we'll see how the cookie crumbles when it comes to the Alemanni being annoying or not. The iron smelter can actually be repaired. These can be repaired. Next turn we'll go for Aquilia Sexta, and this army, Legio 1 Dialis, is actually our first legion. Very cool. We'll go after Vienna, even though Gaul might capture it. We will still go after the city of Vienna. We do not care who holds the settlements. We just want to crush anyone who might be in the way. Remorselessly advancing forward as you do, as the Roman way. We do not necessarily care who we have to. Whose body we have to step over to achieve our goals. All that we care about is achieving our goals. If we have to step over a couple of bodies of barbarians, then so be it. It's nothing to really worsen my day. And as you can see, the Alemanni are not even interested in putting up a fight against us. They are a bunch of cowards, I would say. But so onward we go. The Alemanni army left, so there's no reason why we should keep that army in the mountains stationed over there. We will simply advance forward against the Alemans. The Alemanni? I think it's the Alemanni in Total War Rome 2 Empire Divided, I think is the Alemanni, or maybe Vanilla Rome 2 is the Alemanni, but in in Total War Attila is the Alemans. So yeah, a little bit of a mix-up, but nevertheless, the strategy stays the same. Hostile activity. Okay, never mind. We won't be marching forward because it's snowy currently. So this army as well will hunker down, and in the coming turns we will go against... What are Jute separatists doing in the middle of Gaul? I do not know, but hey, that's Total War... That's Total War Attila for you. So there we go. No Saxons are going to be supporting us. Very sad, but we will conquer Aquia Sexta. occupy. It's now Roman again. Very cool. As you can see, the city is completely ravaged. Kind of sad to see, but nothing that can't be fixed, eh? So onward we go. Next up is the city of Narbo, which is currently held by Septimania, and then Vienna is going to be also on the target list. So onward we go, and I will see you once we get around to actually capturing some of these cities. Alright, here we go. We are about to go to war with the Septimanians, and we are about to capture Narbo. Now this is what I'm talking about, a little bit of a fight. So let's see on the battlefield what we are up against. Alright, here we are on the battlefield with our forces ready to go. And let's actually check them out, how they look. Oh yeah, they look pretty cool, these cohort auxilia. They look pretty damn good. So where should we attack from? I think this is going to be the best option, maybe. Maybe like this. Either way, okay, so they put up a palisade over here. So that's not going to be a very good option to advance, but I think either way we're gonna have to run up against some sort of barricade. So let's just deploy over here, like so on the flatland. Let's deploy the archers. Let's deploy the cavalry, like so. Actually, it might be a little bit more neat. Let's deploy the general. And yeah, let's start the battle. Let's see where the enemy is and what they are up to, and let's go forward. They do not have a barricade over here, but they have coindatensis spears, who are not necessarily the best units. They are in fact one of the worst units. That the it's actually not run, so we do not get fatigued so quickly. Command-intensive spears are one of the worst infantry that the Western Romans have access to. So it's going to be quite a breeze, I think. And we are already coming under fire, so let's actually run all the way there. Let's get a move on with our archers as well. We do not want to lose too many guys to the towers. And they have some Sagittari, some light bow infantry already putting us under fire. This is going to be quite a big fight over here, I suspect. So let's immediately send out our infantry to deal with that. They have a bit of a blob of units over here. We are not necessarily going. There's a danger of us getting outflanked, but I very highly doubt it. Plus, they have the general over here, and it would be mighty cool if we managed to kill the general. It would be very beneficial for us to kill the general right at the beginning of the battle. They are targeting our horsemen now, so let's make a run for it. For the gods indeed, for the gods indeed, that is the correct statement, my king. And here we go, we are damaging the watchtower. So this is going to be a little bit of a blobby fight over here in the center. But I think we'll actually manage to win. All they have is command-intensive spears. And it's not as what we could actually do is send, since they are retreating from the fight over here, what we could do is we could send some of our cavalry to deal with these Sagittari, and then open up another front of advance over here with some of our units. Yes, that would be, I think, very beneficial for us. Why did they stop going? Come on, guys, I told you to run, so run. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a blob fight, I feel. By the way, the general's unit looks absolutely insanely cool. Look at these guys. The Praetorian cavalry, they look insanely cool. Okay, well anyway, we are outflanking the enemy over here. We managed to bring down the tower, And over here, still a big blob fight, nothing to really report on. The enemy general's actually fallen. Wow, that's a massive coincidence. But he was fighting on the front line, so we managed to kill their general. That should really do some shock damage to them. Hopefully it causes a bit of a chain rout. But yep, there we go. The rout is already starting. And hopefully we manage to do a lot more damage. But yeah, the combatant spears already breaking here. Our mighty legionaries are doing, well, they're auxiliaries, are they? So the cohort auxilia doing a fine job at breaking through the line over here. Over here, probably going to be a little bit more of a, it's going to take a little bit longer. But it's not like they have any battery units, it's still just combatant spears. But we managed to hold up quite a lot of well, they actually have some legio over here, so they do have some battery units. You can see them by the white shield. But so they do have some pretty decent units over here, but that flank is not necessarily going to be all that much of a concern. What we are going to be aiming for is to push through the middle over here. And they still have more combatant spearmen. These guys have a lot of combatant spears, that's for sure. Okay, so we managed to break through the combatant spears. However, here come mercenary Germanic pikemen. These guys just love their spears, don't they? These guys just live and die by the spear, and more combatant spears coming in. Here we go. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath, but the Germanic pikes really didn't last too long. And I think the Nordic levymen, these guys went all out with the spearmen. But, and there's more combatant spears. Yeah, this is going to be a slog to get through. But, hey, it's why we have all these legionaries, right? To get through situations like this. Our levy archers raining down some massive fire upon the enemy. But they're about to run out of ammunition, so hopefully they last. On this flank, nothing really interesting to report. It's still just a massive blob, although I think we might be... No, combat even, yeah. This is just to hold up a bunch of enemy units. But I think the main breakthrough will have to happen on this flank over here, because they are slowly but surely running out of steam, and this is where our main push is happening. So yeah, this will be the flank. Here we go. Oh, they actually have some legio over here. Very cool. Some heavy melee infantry, some Western Roman Empire heavy infantry. So this is going to be quite a slog, but we'll have to just get through it. Alright, here we are on this flank. We managed to break through, and on this flank it looks like we managed to break through as well, and it is a victory. And what an absolute bloodbath this battle was. But it is a decisive victory after all. Okay, so decisive victory. We lost 618 and we killed, well, basically 3,000. Well, it was quite the fight. That was quite the battle indeed. Now we are at war with the Vandals, so hopefully the Vandals don't come knocking. So this army here in Narbo is going to replenish. It's going to well, yeah, it's going to replenish, it's going to recharge, and it's going to hold firm, I think, for quite a while. No reason as to why it should go out into the wilds and just get ambushed. This army, let's see, could it make its way? No, Lugdunum is also under siege. Man, we aren't really grabbing a lot of opportunities to advance, because all of the cities that we want to capture are under siege already. But here we go. Vienna has been captured by the Gauls, let's say. And so, well, what we're gonna do is just declare war on the Gauls and just easily crush them. That's all there's to it. Bam, there we go. Vienna is now ours, and so the province, the southern province in the south of Gaul has been fully captured. We still have some warriors of the Wolf Father, and I have onagers. Okay, warriors of the Wolf Father, if that If that's how we want to roll, that's how we want to roll. But the the Jute separatists of all things are now sieging Lugdunum. So what we're going to do is we are going to march with this army. Well, we don't actually need Lugdunum, do we? No, Lugdunum is just sort of out of the way. But what we really want to capture is Argentoratum and Vesontio. We are also building an additional legion over there in Ravenna. But these two armies can now make their way towards Vesontio. Very easy and very swift capture this is going to be, and this province is a little bit strange. You would think that Octodurum and Lugdunum and maybe Avaricum would be in the same province, but no, they are three separate provinces. So yeah, very interesting, very strange, but anyway, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And we'll see whether the Jute separatists managed to capture Lugdunum or not. But yeah, whatever. We'll just take them out when we get to it. Alright, here we go. About to capture Vesontio. So let's very quickly get through this. Lost 9 guys. Very sad. Very sad that we lost 9 guys. A bunch of churches and some market stalls. These can all be destroyed, and this army can make its way towards Argentarorum. However, Argentoratum, there we go, easily captured. Lost 3 guys in this fight. Occupy, bam, there we go. We managed to capture the entirety of Maxima Sequanorum and the entirety of Narbonensis. Now Narbonensis, a bunch of churches here we have to destroy. Oh well, it's gonna take a while to repair, restore, and do everything that's necessary in these provinces, but I believe it's not going to be that big of an issue. We do have quite a bit of money, and we do have some reinforcements on the way very shortly, so our units aren't as overstretched. But right now we are actually very well defended. Nothing can really hit us from the north or from the west. And yeah, we'll continuing on capturing Lugdunum and capturing the rest of Gaul in future parts. So, one of my kings, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.